Good morning, everyone. How are we? Afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, and you'd have to be living under a rock at the moment if you don't know, a few days ago I walked away from the Alliance and the Galactics. This is because of something they said and they did, and basically threw me to the wolves in support of people's comfort in their beliefs. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're all users of porn for other people's purposes at some point, whatever. But I haven't left you guys, okay? Just because I'm not talking to the Alliance any longer, or the Galactics, it doesn't mean I'm leaving you guys. It just means I'm not going to be delivering any new medbed information or healing center information. It's just, I won't be getting anything new because I'm not communicating with them. Maybe that will change, but I highly doubt it. Okay. At this point, it won't change. But, you know, nothing is forever, so who knows what's to come in the future. Now, I want to talk about something that is important. I want to talk about spiritual bypassing. Okay, now, in many of the groups and things since this incident happened a week ago, or whatever it is, a few days, I've lost time, lost track of time. A lot of the groups are saying, you keep your vibe high, you know, just get over it, get on with your life and keep your vibrations high. Okay, now what we have to understand with your vibrational frequency is it will only truly raise when you deal with your triggers. Okay? When you deal with your triggers, your vibration will raise. Okay? By just ignoring and staying away from anything negative that may trigger you, you're actually doing yourself a disservice and you're keeping your frequency where it is. Pardon me. Okay. So you actually need to face what triggers you, what upsets you, what challenges you. You need to face that. And you need to figure out why that's triggering you so much. You need to understand it so that you can deal with it, heal it, and only then, once you've dealt with it and heal it, will your frequency truly raise. Now, I'm not talking about just going out in the garden and grounding and spending time in nature. I'm talking about truly raising your frequency that affects your consciousness, that affects every part of your life. Okay. That is long lasting, not just a temporary band-aid to the problem. Okay. We're looking for solutions. We're not looking for band-aids to cover something up because we're uncomfortable. We're looking for something that is truly lasting, that will have an impact, a positive impact on your life for the rest of your life. Okay, not just slapping a band-aid on it so that you can get on with your happy life. Okay, we're talking about facing it, going into the depths of the darkness of yourself and really looking at what it is that is triggering us about our life, about ourselves, about what someone said, about someone's actions. Okay, if you're withholding that from a group because you want to remain high vibe, you're actually doing a tremendous disservice to the members of those groups. Okay, this whole experience has been really highlighting where people are consciously, where people's triggers are. And as much as I hate to admit it, my deception has opened up a doorway for everyone else to go into their darkness to deal with it. So basically, I opened up your gate to hell, your gates to hell, however you want to put it. Okay. So you really need to step through that gate into hell to look at what's there so you can deal with it and understand it, heal it, and then move on. Okay. Now this is so important if you want to truly go forward into the 5D New Earth. Truly into 5D New Earth. Not just because it's all nice and abundant and you have technology and it's beautiful and everyone's friendly. For everyone to be truly friendly, you have to go through your darkness. You literally have to go through your darkness to get to that true friendly stage. Okay? Which a lot of people are not wanting to do. Why? Because it's painful. Why? Because it's challenging. Why? Because it means they actually have to face what they don't want to. They have to face the truth about themselves, the truth about what's in themselves or within themselves. That's scary. That's hard. That's scary. But if you choose not to do it, then you remain where you are. It is that simple. No one's telling you that you have to do it. It's a choice. If you want to elevate, then you have to go into the darkness. My experience opened that doorway. All you have to do is choose to step through it. But by withholding anything dark from the groups or from yourself, you're keeping yourself exactly where you are. You're allowing other people's experiences, words to control you. That is not stepping into your true light. That is bypassing what is necessary to achieve oneness, what is necessary to move on from where you are. That is necessary to move forward into a higher consciousness society, which is where we're headed. So it is a choice. It is a choice. And that's a choice that you have to make no matter how uncomfortable you are. It's a choice. No one's going to make it for you. No one's responsible for how you feel. No one's responsible for giving you hope and faith. No one's responsible for your triggers. That's you. That's you. You're responsible for how you feel. I do enjoy triggering people. I'm going to admit it. I'm a sadist. I do enjoy triggering people. Why do I enjoy it? Am I a bitch? No, of course not. Some people see me way worse, but I don't care. I enjoy triggering people because I know that by bringing up those triggers, there is part of them that if they choose to do something about it, they're going to blossom into the most beautiful, beautiful, evolved flower. I know, silly analogy. It's the best thing I could think of in the moment. Do I trigger them to be nasty? No, I'm not like that. Many people say I am. I'm not. I trigger you because I want you to grow, which means facing your triggers. I want you to be the best version you can be. And you can't be that if you look away from the unhealed parts of you. So this whole situation, while it's hurtful, it's necessary because it has opened a doorway for you, each and every one of you, to look within yourselves and to stand in your light, to stand in your power, not allow somebody else to take control of you. It's perfect. It's a brilliant plan. By dividing and tearing apart the humanitarian community, it's only brought everyone in alignment with themselves and what's really important. Brilliant plan. Are there casualties? Yeah. But you're not one of them. You're not a casualty. You're an opportunist. And I mean that in a respectful, polite way. An opportunist as in the opportunity has arisen. Now it's your choice whether you take it or not. Brilliant. This whole thing is designed to elevate you to a newer, higher level that you've never been before, that you've never been willing to go before. But now you're being forced to go there. So if you haven't done the work before, then you're being forced to do it now. If you have done the work before, then this is nothing but a distraction not to be taken any notice of. Brilliant plan. Brilliant plan. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt in the process. Brilliant plan though. You got to take your hat off to them. Face your shit. Face your shit. Because if you choose not to face your shit now, and you go to that RV appointment, which reads your frequency, by the way, how much money do you think you're going to get with hatred in your heart? Not much. When you go to the conference to get approval to have med beds in your project, and you've got hatred and judgment in your heart, do you think you're going to be approved to be in charge of higher consciousness technology? No, you're not. It's that simple. It's that simple. My last video I said sit for an hour in front of a mirror and look. Deal with what you see in front of you. Have you done that yet? Are you brave enough to do that? Do you want to go down that rabbit hole, down that deep, dark place? Because that's where you need to go in order to move forward. That's what needs to happen. Are you brave enough? Do you have enough courage to face the truth within yourself? This is all about raising your consciousness, not spiritual. It's nothing to do with being spiritual, you know, burning candles and burning sage and meditating. Nothing to do with that. This is consciousness. Consciousness is raw truth. Nothing sugar-coated. It's not love and light. It's not fairy rainbows and pink unicorns. That's not what consciousness is. That's spirituality. This is looking at the deepest, darkest parts of you, dealing with and healing that shit so you can expand, so you can go into this amazing environment where you're all equal. The ant that just passed you carrying a crumb on its back is just as equal as you. Where the grass you cut, the flower you cut, the building you're sitting in is just as alive and just as equal in the eyes of God Source as what you are. Everything in creation matters just as much as what you do. When was the last time you went outside and looked at a tree and really looked and then felt it, knowing that that tree is just as alive and conscious as you are, trying to survive, having an experience? Life is magic. It is beautiful. It is creation. Life is God itself. Existence is God itself. How can it not be magic? The trees that lose their leaves during winter, they go through their dark night of the soul. But they know that when spring comes, they will bloom and blossom more beautiful than ever before. They got to that point by going through the darkness. They didn't bypass that darkness. They had to face it to become the beautiful blossoming tree. Don't bypass the negativity because it's uncomfortable. Face it, work with it, deal with it, heal it, and then use it for your blossoming time. Your time to blossom. Whichever way you want to put it. Use the darkness. Like an arrow being pulled back on a bow, use it to slingshot you forward into greatness. Don't shy away from it. It's not there to harm you. It's not there to hurt you. It's there to help you transform into the most beautiful butterfly ever. It's not there to bring you down. No one's there to bring you down. Everyone's there to elevate you, including this saga. Okay? It's only there to elevate you. Now, on a different note, this saga started because someone twisted my words and either did not understand or chose to twist my words. Not once have I said you need to renounce Jesus or drop your worship beliefs to be treated in a med bed. Not once have I said that. Why? Because it's not true. To work with the med beds, meaning to work with patients, to be a med bed operator, to work in a med bed center, pardon me, you cannot worship anything outside of yourself. Okay? Make sure you listen and get it right. If it wasn't for the manipulation of words, we would not be going through this ridiculous drama. Okay? So, make sure you listen and get it right. To be treated in a med bed, it does not matter what your beliefs are, or if you worship, or what vibrational frequency you are. Makes no difference. Nobody cares. Okay? However, if you want to work with the beds in a center, yes, it does matter your vibrational frequency, and it does matter if you worship something outside of yourself, because the med beds have a higher level of consciousness. They say that again. The med beds work with a higher level of consciousness. And worshipping anything outside of yourself, meaning kissing the ground someone walks on, or not doing anything because they may not approve, meaning not standing in your own light, living in the shadow of another, that you would kiss the ground they walk on. That kind of belief system is not compatible with the consciousness of the med beds. It is that simple. This is not a ploy to get rid of religion. This is not me pushing forward my beliefs. Nothing like that. This is just pure fact and how it is. The med beds work with a higher level of consciousness. And worshipping, meaning kissing the ground someone walks on and not standing in your own light, you are not compatible to work with them. It is that simple. Okay, that simple. Now, when we do get to work with the med beds, the spiritual counselor training will also be incorporated into the med bed training course. The Alliance is doing that that spiritual counselor training. I have nothing to do with it anymore. Okay? I never did. All right? I never really did. I was just taking the emails so that they can send out the official registration forms. That's it. Okay? I'm not doing it. All right? Just the emails. That's it. Please don't send any more emails, by the way. The Alliance will deal with, I'll hand all those emails over to the spiritual counselor training team, okay, after the redemption appointments or whenever they want it, okay, and they will get back to everyone. They'll deal with it. All right. But when we do get to work with the med beds, this training will be this higher consciousness training will be incorporated into your med bed training. And if you are not ready to work with the med beds on a conscious level, then you will continue the training until you are. Okay, now how soon that is totally up to you. Okay, completely up to you. But please don't think that I'm pushing anything here. I'm not. I'm just giving you fact. Just fact. Okay? And if you don't believe me, then you are going to find out. And you will find out the hard way. Because you'll get to the training and they'll say, Okay, you're not ready. Oh, you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, really, really simple stuff. Really simple. Alrighty. And those who want med beds in their project are not going to be approved if you are not consciously compatible with the level of consciousness of the med beds that the med beds work with, if you know what I mean. Okay? So it's just fact. Okay? Now, if the questions had been asked correctly for the truth instead of being manipulated for the answer that they wanted, then this would have come out to light and there'd be no problem and all would be going along their daily business. So, pardon me, just know that everyone's going to find this out to be true, what I'm saying, because it is fact. It's not some fairy story created because someone has something against religion. I don't care what your beliefs are. Your beliefs are your choice. All I care is that you be the best person that you can be and you can elevate yourself as best as you possibly can to get to manifest your dreams and get what you want in life. So that's it. All right. Now, can we please, everyone in the groups in particular, stop your bitching, because your bitching, remember, the redemption appointments read your frequency, and bitching is low vibration, which means that you will get the lower rate, right? So if you're bitching, then you got a problem. Okay? Remember, sit in front of that mirror for an hour. That's where your bitching needs to be directed to, because that's where the healing needs. If you're bitching about me, if you're bitching about someone else, if you're bitching about the whole process, if whatever, it's all about you. It is nothing about anyone else. It's always been about you, never about anyone else. Words and actions are just the triggers for you to look at what's within you, never about anyone else. And this opportunity has come about so you get to look at what your triggers are and deal with it. Getting to the RV appointment and then being not turned away, getting the lower rate is your responsibility. That no one's done that. No one's done that to you. It's not, well, Skye Prince made me do this. No, I didn't. I just triggered what's within you so you can deal with it, and you chose to walk away from it. Your responsibility, your choice. So just one last thing to the groups that is withholding my videos, which I find hilarious because it might bring the vibe down. Just know that you're doing a very disservice to your group members by only keeping the vibes high. The vibes get low for a reason, and that reason needs to be dealt with, not kept out, not run away from. If you're running away from it or keeping it out because you feel it's your responsibility to keep the vibes high or look after your group, then you're not helping your group members. You're actually inhibiting them. You're stopping them from growing. People need to talk. People need to get things off their chest. By withholding that opportunity, you're keeping them exactly where they are. You're not helping at all. You're inhibiting them. And that's any negative video, anything. I saw one this morning on Facebook where little baby chickens were being slaughtered. It just passed me by and I'm like, holy crap, I did not want to see that. And I scrolled on by, and then I went back and I watched it because I have to face my triggers. I have to deal with what I don't like. Everybody has to deal with what they don't like. No good turning your back on it, because it's only going to come back later to bite you in the ass. And what we're doing moving forward is too important for that to come back and bite you in the ass. You need to do it now, because later is too late. You want to create the rest of your life from now, and you're turning your back on everything that you need to be doing now and just focusing on the light. When there's so much darkness, you got to heal that darkness to get to the light. Don't be so stupid and bypass it, because that darkness isn't going anywhere until you deal with it. So, you know, even after the RV and you have all your money and you're going off and doing your projects, that darkness sooner or later is going to catch up with you. And that's when you don't want it to catch up with you, because that's when it's really going to be dark. Okay? Money doesn't buy happiness. Right? You have to deal with the darkness now, not later. Not later. So stop shying away from what's uncomfortable. Stop pretending. Shit, a prick. Spider crawling on my arm. Excuse my language. Bloody hell. I must be like queen of the arachnids. So, you know, deal with it. Deal with it. Okay? Group owners, don't just keep the rooms love and light, because that's fake. That's not going to help you grow. That's not true high vibration. You got to go through the darkness to get to the light. So stop pretending everything is love and light, because it's not. You only get to real love and light by going through the darkness. All right? I wish everyone a beautiful day, and I'm still here. I'm not done doing videos. I'm not done helping people. I'm just done with the Alliance and the Galactics. All right? So, all the bitchy comments. I thought you were done. Why don't you just stay done? Oh, it'd be better if you were completely done and not show your ugly headed. Oh my God. Whatever. At least you're good for entertainment, if nothing else. Okay? Deal with the shit and heal it. Alright? Then you move on. You don't move on by running away and pretending everything's love and light. That's ludicrous. Alright? Take care, everyone. Bye.